Looking very grim if you happen to be a supporter of anyone in green. 166 for 6 at the 35th over here as we bring you Cricbuzz Comm box. You can see the situation of the game there, and the only number that's not up on that screen is the Duckworth-Lewis number, which also goes in India's favour. Perhaps the only thing that could have saved them was that I've got Zaheer Khan with me. They were looking maybe at a shortened game if they could have stayed close, but even there, they're about 80 runs behind. So it's doom and gloom.
I think once that first inning was over, the India playing those 50 overs and so convincingly and with such sheer dominance, I think after that, even the Duckworth-Lewis also was not going to help Pakistan for sure. But again, the similar kind of story, isn't it? Not if you're looking at 5 bowlers just to contributing to a certain degree, not much of support. It's a similar kind of story with the batting as well. You need your top batsmen out of 5-6 batsmen. 3 or 4 to contribute in such a chase, and the story has been just pretty much similar. Just 2 guys going on to get a partnership of 100. Fakhar Zaman and Babar Azam looked good, tried to put pressure, but it was just too much. There's no things coming together for Pakistan in terms of putting up a fight. Yeah, against Australia they looked good. Looked like from there they have something to build on. But I think the pressure of this game has really taken a toll, and they seem to have crumbled.
But even then, if you look at Australia, they had a very similar situation of the number of wickets they lost at a very similar stage. 4 wickets in that period just around the 24th over and just beyond that. They reached 160 for 6 and then they staged a recovery. They're 166 for 6, not saying that it's looking like staging a recovery here because situation is different. But again, that period to lose that many wickets.
Well, if you repeat the same kind of mistakes, you're possibly going to get the similar kind of result. And this is something when you are batting second. So when you're batting second, if you get a good start, set a platform, but not really take it further from there, or get to a position where you can put bowlers under pressure. If you lose wicket in cluster, any form of the game, it doesn't matter what form you're playing, what conditions you're playing, you're always going to be in trouble. So that's something which Pakistan not only has been doing with batting, also with the bowling. There have been a similar kind of trend which they've developed over the tournament, which they need to address very fast.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about there. Just after the 24th over, Babar Azam, and then you're seeing that cluster of wickets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that was it. 117 for 1 to 129 for 5, and that's going to break the back of an innings. But a quick word on the bowling. How much of a discussion we had on would it be Dinesh Karthik, would it be Vijay Shankar? Virat Kohli very clear. He needed the extra overs. We didn't know it was going to be even more crucial because of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's injury. But how crucial was the 2 wickets, or especially that first wicket Vijay Shankar took?
Absolutely, and today's match scenario, these are very vital overs and wickets as well, because you look at the context of the game. Your primary bowler has got injured, had to walk out of the field. So as a captain, the team needs 7 overs from someone. And then to have a cushion of someone like Vijay Shankar coming in and getting wicket on the first ball. The first ball he's bowled in the World Cup has resulted into wicket. So that's a great sign because this was the thought process. This was the thinking behind inclusion of Vijay Shankar, because there were two primary reasons. One is you want to accommodate 2 wrist spinners in the playing 11, so he gives you that kind of flexibility. Second, in English conditions, if the conditions are suiting, which today did suit his style of bowling, then he will come handy. In another scenario, which is the third scenario which we've seen today, where your primary bowler gets injured and Vijay Shankar puts the hand up. So that is something, the thought process which was for a rainy day had come to check, and he has checked in well.
Perfect. And just on the negative side, for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, it couldn't have actually come at a better time, with India getting a few days off. Next game against Afghanistan, possibility of Shami there to back him up, and the spinners bowling well, and Vijay Shankar now stepping up. So at least he has time to recover.
I still feel for Vijay Shankar, you need overhead conditions, So let's not get the hopes up. I think he's done a fantastic job today, and it's a good sign that if the conditions suit him, he will be able to play a part. But I think next game Shami will surely be coming in the playing 11. But from India's point of view, it's very important that they monitor Bhuvneshwar Kumar's progress, because if it's hamstring can be tricky. So it will always be a tricky situation if he has to go back into the playing 11, because then you need this kind of protection. If he's you can't go in with just the 5 bowlers and Kedar Jadhav being the support role there. So you have to think of that as well. So it's a tricky few days now for Bhuvneshwar and for the Indian team management and the think tank to make the right call with keeping up with the campaign on road, and looking at the long term vision of what the planning should be.
Absolutely. Long-term vision. It's not just about taking the satisfaction of beating Pakistan, which now looks like a fairly foregone conclusion. It's about looking ahead to the semi-finals and the finals. Thank you very much, Zaheer Khan. That's what we have on Cricbuzz Comm box. There is a bit of rain around. Pakistan well behind on Duckworth Lewis. We'll wrap everything up on My 11 Circle presents Cricbuzz Live.